Hey guys, Vass from X-Force again with
Scott from X-Force.
And today we've got something a wee bit on the different side of things, and that is a SCAR, and it's a SCAR-L.
Yep.
Now,
which is a 556 instead of a 762, which was a H.
Yeah, that's right. So 762 is the straight big fat one. That was the one that we got from LDT and Aries. This one is from Cyma. So Cyma is another one of these airsoft companies out of China that figured, hey, we can do gel blasters and we can do them better than Jingming and at a reasonable price. Of course, being metal and all that, it's not going to be a Gen 8, but we're looking now, we're going to that next level of metal, better quality, this and that. So, going from the old Jingming SCAR to this, it's even hard to get out. This thing's heavy, dude. I don't know about you, but you're going to be lugging this thing around with you all day. You're going to have some serious guns. Again, my love for SCARs and their
boost-like appearance.
Well, you know what? Before somebody actually pointed that out, I didn't mind, and then they pointed out.
That's all you're ever going to see now.
And that's it. It could not be unseen. It just destroyed me forever. That and the 101 shades of tan.
Yeah.
This one's actually not
about 5 shades of flat dark earth.
bad, but yeah, it's a bit all over the place.
But you can get it in black if you don't like your flat dark earth tan.
That's right. Look, overall, I don't mind it. I'm not a SCAR fan or in any way. I don't mind the SCAR. I prefer an M4. It's got more
customizable.
That's right. You can customize. You can bling it a lot more. But the SCAR is a solid piece. That's for sure.
That's not an M4, so that can be a big selling point to some people.
That's right. Now, looking at these, so first things first, one piece upper, which is a SCAR thing, very
nice and solid.
Very solid, yeah. Thing that I like with these, flip up sights, they're metal, so good, metal flip up sights. Your orange tip can be taken down and you get a black one in there.
That's metal too.
It's metal. How awesome is that? That one's plastic, the orange one.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of guys might, I'm going to grab that and throw it out. Do not. Keep it in there because, if you're, say, in your backyard even, I'd be using that a lot of times. If your neighbor picks, even though I tell people, if you're going to get one and you're going to use it in the backyard, go tell your neighbors that you've got a gel blaster. If you don't, and you're using that, at least somebody looks and he goes, oh yeah, that's got an orange tip, it's a toy. Because if you're running around with that in the backyard and your neighbor peeps over and you didn't know about it, he'd be freaking out and he'd call the cops.
It's always good job ball etiquette as well to let your neighbour know what you're doing.
That
saves Triple O getting caught, because that's 4 police cars getting called. So I wouldn't actually use that as orange still, personally. I'd be chucking it on another blaster just because it is a nice flash hider when it's not orange.
That's right. So Extendable Stock comes up to number 6, whatever that is. And
well, the good thing for kids is when you're sizing it, if you have one blaster and multiple people using it at heights, you actually alter it so it runs at a right angle. If it's extended out, you go, cool. Little Jimmy, you're on number 6. Bobby might be on a 3, and you could be using it on a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
So you actually know what size they're set at, so you can save a lot of time messing around. And transportation, if you have it collapsed all the way and you want it all the way out, you don't have to have as big a bag. So for a cheap shit like me, it works out pretty well.
That's really good. And the stock also folds. You also have the cheek rise, which can be set higher, so you can put your cheek a little bit higher and lower it. Press that button and it folds over. Now your battery don't be looking in there like you did with the other one. The other cool thing is that they actually protects the wire, so you don't have exposed wiring, which I really was doing my head in. Now your battery is through the back, so you got to push a little bit on that pin there. You got to pop it out, and then that pops off. All right, not going to do it because I can't be stuffed. The other thing is, going away from that, all your little buttons or levers, whatever, they're all metal. So again, when people are asking about the SCAR, they always go, "Is it full metal?" No, it ain't. The SCAR is never full metal. The lower part is always going to be, even on the real one,
Polymer.
is polymer. So upper metal, lower polymer. All right. So and then all these little bits, metal. Now the Fire Select is actually ambidextrous, which I really do love ambidextrous for some weird reason. Not that I use it or would probably,
Just to have it.
but it's there to have it. So if I do need to use it, I've got it. If I don't, oh well, I'm not going to use it because I don't have it. But you know, for whatever weird reason, I'm holding it like this and being all sick and fully sick
Full
and
tactical.
yeah, I can still, you know, change other than going, you know, being back here, man. What am I putting it on? So that's really cool, you know. Charge handle. I'm not sure if that's actually needed. I haven't tested that yet, but it just sounds.
Nice.
It's got a nice, cool sound. Like just, oh yeah. Like now I'm ready for battle.
We'll do a time lapse. Go like 5 minutes later, and you're still yanking on it.
Slow motion. Oh, and the lower here, your rails, they're all metal and actually just feel really nice and solid.
At least you know if you've got a decent, like one of your Knight's armor grips, and if you yank on it, you should not snap it off like the old Jinming ones.
And when you got the look, nothing wrong with the plastic ones, but when you're attaching stuff like you're putting a torch, a grip, or something, and it's getting yanked around, those plastic ones do wobble a bit. Metal ones, when you screw them in, they're solid as a rock.
Or an expensive PEC box.
Yeah,
At least I like to know that my stuff's not going to fall off if I've just dropped a fair bit of coin on it. I'm not going to be going, oh, there's my $140 D-bowl on the ground.
there goes that. Yeah, I'm not sure what
That's
that.
for overgassing.
Yeah, so I mean that's obviously
It does nothing.
does nothing, but it's a cool because it's kind of like the real deal in a sense.
It's just something to fiddle with.
Yep. Just yeah, if you want to be all proper and fully tactical.
FN Herschel branding and logos are pretty nice.
Yep.
So
So all the decals there. One thing that does my head in with this one.
Yep.
So I will bring it in a bit closer if needed be. FNH USA. If you have a look up here, you got SCAR 17S Cal.
yeah,
Your caliber is 762. It's not a 762. Yeah, it's a 556. All right. So as we were saying before,
if you want to go nitpicky, you could also go like Fredericksburg should have a dot before the VA for Virginia.
all right. Well, now we're getting a bit too fancy schmancy, but I mean that does because obviously 762 is the big
556. Yeah.
yeah, it's the big
Chunky
chunky.
straight.
So you know when you're looking at it, and then you've got that in there, it does play with you. You know, some people might not care at all, you know, but some people will. Now that I know it does, so that's why
Everyone, that's all people are going to see when they see
That's
it.
right.
It's very black.
you do get some of the old gold pack of the Milkies, which I know some guys really love those.
Mini Tamiya, 11 volt.
11 volt mini Tamiya plug. Plenty of space in there, which is really good.
Because it's an UGG boot, there's a lot of space.
Yeah. One thing that I do love about it, just space for battery. Oh, when you get those ones that are tight and you got to really push it in there, it just kills me.
It can kill your battery as well if you're not safe with
right.
any kind of battery as well. So that's why we always say use a good balance charger. Or upgrade to a balance charger in time and a LiPo bag.
That's right.
So it's cheaper than a new house.
And you get your metal black flash hider, a decent sized bottle if you really want to carry in that, and then terrible, just terrible. I mean,
See, they remind me of the Jin Ming ones, like back in the day.
yeah.
I won't do that to myself.
So, I mean, they're probably good for your 10-year-olds at best, even small. I mean, I got big heads, so they don't work well for me.
Always get a better. Always upgrade your iPro safety, Australian New Zealand safety standards, because a lot of fields will ask for it. So you can always get a new blaster, can't get new eyes.
That's right.
So we sell a range of safety eyewear, so covers a gamut of price. So
check it out. But that's that's the Cyma Ugg boot SCAR. Really, not much else that I can really look at it. It's a SCAR, so for me it's fairly sort of
I dig it.
Yeah,
it's different.
It's different.
Like we've said in a few reviews now, it's not an M4. So those of you who want something that a little bit different, you can still rock it out with something that's not an M4. Still get a decent sized magazine, something like a MP5 where you got a mouthful of gels, so you can send it with a full size blaster.
I should point out metal gearbox. Standard is 18:1 metal gears. So full internally it is metal. So full metal gearbox, metal gears, and all the rest.
Pop up on it, and that's all you need to do. You're good to go.
These are great for that. So if you do love the SCAR and you always want one without spending the big bucks on the LDT Aries one,
that's if you can get them as well.
If you can get them now, they're a bit rare. This is a good way to go, and having one that's literally game ready, chuck a hop up as Scott was saying, and go for gold. You've got your sides. I mean, if you really want to put a different side on it, you can.
The ACOGs we have with the fibre optics go really well on them.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice little setup with that, but at least you got 11 volt out of the box. Metal gears, metal barrel, chuck a hop up on it and send it.
That's it. So that's the SCAR. Let's go. Give it a bit of a whirl on the old Chrono and see how it performs.
And now back at the range with Fass with his Ugg boot.
That's right, with the black one.
The black one.
So, Cyma SCAR, and I've got an 11 volt in there. So with these being a metal gearbox with metal gears, a lot of them will run better on an 11. The 7s will struggle a lot of times. So, I'll chuck it in auto. Now,
prime.
There you go, that primes. So it does have some use. So actually not bad. Accuracy is, not hitting 100% in that circle, but probably 95%.
That's why we sell hop-ups at X-Force Tactical.
That's
you can find them on xforcetactical.com.
So chuck it on single fire. Alright, so let's get a couple more in there.
You will find you'll empty your mag a lot quicker with that 11 compared to the 7.
Oh yeah.
So for the heavy trigger fingered like Vass,
it's even faster.
You'll need extra mags, which we do sell.
Alright, yeah. Let's run some Chrono Shots. I'm going to put my night vision goggles on so I can see where I'm looking. And
need longer arms.
Oh yeah. Let me show you guys what we're talking about. That's some pretty good numbers right there.
Out of the box, yeah, it's really nice.
Mm.
At least you can hit it at any field, indoors or out. So
So we've got a couple of 290s, 300, 280s, 80s, and 279. There was one lower one in there, but
230 is a minimum and a 319 is your max. So,
but I'm gonna go with the 285, 290 is, I reckon, where it's at. So really good out of the box. That's getting ready, and with a lot of these fields having a max of, I think, 300.
yeah, some of the newer ones are starting to creep up to 330, but you know, better minute 3 as they are.
So awesome. There's a close up of that.
Yep.
So as you can see there, as I was saying, that's 762 on a 556.
We don't judge though.
But we don't judge Cyma at all. It's a minor inconvenience. Overall, very solid, as a metal blaster should be. You know, not crazy amount of rattling, and looks good in black. I actually don't mind the black at all.
Less OCD, kind of going Burka with 50 shades of flat dark.
That's right. If you sort of start having twitches when you see too much tan, then the black one's definitely for you. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully that helps. If you like your SCAR, I definitely advise it. I think it's a really cool blaster.
Good little
Shoots well.
package.
Yeah, nice weight. And I think the price, they're in the 500s. Obviously not the cheapest. The metal stuff's still a bit, but great blaster, shoots well, nothing to do. Chuck the hop up and off you go to the field. With that in mind, remember the Stop and Think campaign. Make sure you put it in your bag when you travel there, and always wear your eye protection. Thanks for watching, guys. Give us a like, tick, comment with any of your thoughts, and I'll see you guys next time for some more goodies. Thank you.